right now? This is a video I've been wanting to do for a good little minute. I was honestly going to do it last week. I just didn't really figure out how to go about it because one, I didn't look up a guide for this game, mainly because I like to do things on my own blindly first, and I still haven't done so. And one big reason as to why is just because I just enjoy how the game properly is, right? I like to figure out things and find out stuff on my own, right? So the fact that I haven't been able to talk about this game for a week is basically because I don't know how to find Annalise clothes shop. That's the big thing. Like, genuinely, I cannot figure out for the life of me how to get closed. And I played this game before. I lost the save data, but I just haven't figured it out. I'm sorry. That's why I had to, find like a mod or something real quick. So I'd be like, let me find this real quick so we just have this already going, so we don't have to worry about this for 5 seconds. So yeah, there is that. Now, if I look up a guide later, then I'll probably put it in the edit of this video, but you get the dang point. But essentially, it's not just about the game that I want to talk about today. I also basically want to make this an artist appreciation, more so on the person that basically designed June when it comes down to it, which is Sixy. And essentially, there's a little bit of lore that I actually was able to gather when it comes down to, how June's design was actually made, or like who actually made it when it comes down to it, because there's a fair amount of hands in all of it. June's actual first, or how they first came out, was actually made by someone named Milkshake 2 Plus, but then Sixy came in and basically made what June is today. And then there's another person, Sakamau, or Sakamu, or however you would like to say it, and they basically came through and tried to help them with like whatever work of the art that needs to be worked on, I suppose. So basically, I just really want to focus on Sixy, but not just their work and things like that, but I also want to focus on a little bit of the game too, right? Because again, this is something I wanted to do for a while, haven't had the chance to at least give it a proper video, so I wanted to do it today and just kind of get this going. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie, this is fun. This game is high-key a lot of fun. Would not necessarily be talking about it if it wasn't the case. I very much like the idea that you do, first of all, robot wife. Let's just get this out the way. Robot wife is some of the peak nonsense that I am here for. Honestly, if it wasn't for June, my own robot lady of Totsuki wouldn't necessarily exist, right? Because I keep very much saying, it's just basically I took what June looked like and said, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do something with this in my own damn way, and decide just to create Totsuki when it comes down to it, right? And plus, who doesn't necessarily like a good robot lady in their life? They basically can just give you any sort of service whatsoever. They're basically maid women, and considering that June is also a part of the anime aesthetic, high key, all this just makes her is just a dope ass maid character, and you already know how I feel about my maid women when it comes down to it, right? And the fact that she can also kind of throw hands too when it comes down to it as well, at least if you played enough of the game to know that she can actually body somebody, that's also quite peak. That's also quite peak when it comes down to it. Not gonna lie, might need to have her come through for some services on that note. Go ahead, clear some people out. Because why the hell not? But ultimately, June's just really damn nice. I make it sound like June's crazy like that, but in reality, she's just not. She's really more so just what you would typically think a person would actually just be. Yeah, she's very smart and very fast and very, I guess to some degree, kind of strong and powerful into a bit. But when it comes down to it though, she's just basically what you would expect a robot like her would honestly be. More so for the clapping of the cheeks, which, yes, this damn robot is very much clappable in a lot of different directions, so much so that her skin is not necessarily just pure metal as you would think it is. This Clanker can actually do some pretty good clanking herself when it comes down to it, right? That's just ultimately how it is. Can't show you any of it because, yeah, this channel will go boom, but when it comes down to it though, she is pretty dang good. You're just gonna have to take my word for it or play the game your damn self. Ultimately, her design strikes me as a mix between Kill la Kill and like something of Ghost in the Shell. Am I weird to kind of feel that out? Am I kind of weird for saying that out loud? I don't feel like I'm calling it that weird to her design, right? Like it just feels like that's where it hits for me. Another thing about her design that I do like, at least her base design, is definitely the fact that she is like looking unfinished. Like, I'm pretty certain, or at least I would guess, in this world, when it comes down to, MDRG. Did I say that right? Did I do the initials right? I hope I did. If not, I feel like a lot of people will slap me for it. But when it comes down to it, though, one thing I will say is that I don't think a lot of the robots are like looking unfinished like June does, like having basically like the details exposed, the crevices and the cracks, because you can actually get synthetic skin to slap on June's body, so she wouldn't have all those weird, mechanical looking parts kind of just being out there. Is it weird that I like it that I can see the mechanical parts? I know for a lot of people at times too that they're like, oh, I don't really like when characters show all the joints and doll parts and stuff like that. And to a degree, I understand. But also at the very same time, if we haven't learned from another artist that we talked about on this channel a long time ago, actually the start of the whole artist appreciation series, if I'm gonna be honest, doll women can look good. Even scary doll women can look very hot. So when it comes down to it, I'm not necessarily opposed to June just spraying it all out there with her doll pieces. It just is what it is. The robot joints don't bother me much. But my whole point is June is very good. Like overall, I would not have too much of a problem if someone said, hey, would you really want June in real life? Absolutely. Like for sure. That'd be like if someone asked if I wanted Toski for real. Yes. Give me that immediately. I'ma need that. And I know there's like, other ladies in the game too, like that one nun at that one church, or, Anna Lee herself, which putting the baby in that. I know she's crazy, but definitely would. But at the very same time, my main focus was basically on June when it comes down to it, right? She just is too damn good. She's too damn good for Anon, but she ain't too damn good for me. She can definitely get in my damn house, my bed, and we can rock the sheets all damn night, because that's how I feel. But outside of that, though, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for, again, the person that perfected June's design and really did a fair amount of the art when it comes down to her, which is 60. Let's just keep it very much a stack, right? And if you look at 60's work, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty damn good. They are very much cooking up not just things with June, but also at the very same time just their art in general. It's, I won't lie, a lot of weird things. It's a lot of weird things when it comes down to how certain characters look and design wise and all this sort of stuff. Very much there is a lot of like weird elements, like maybe a character has like animalistic sort of parts to them but looks cyberpunkish, and just like this one spider looking chick that also very much, yeah, you could stick your meat into, but do you want to at the same time, because I feel like she might do a circumcision to the point where your dick is no longer on your body. That's just kind of how it feels, right? So there's definitely a lot of crazy and weird designs, but also I feel like that helps out a lot too, because it makes their characters look like, it's not just copy and paste from one character to another character, or the structure of the body is, copy and paste from one character to another character. It makes every single OC that they create or design make them look unique when it comes down to it. Also, they're very good at coloring. Like the colors that they throw down with some of the stuff that they have is very damn good, right? It's such a good mix of what I like having colors in certain areas, but then not having colors in areas where it's like not needed. And it's a good mix to, be like, oh, you don't need to overly rely on colors to make a good picture either, because ultimately you can kind of do whatever the hell you want to, especially if you're that good at your craft like 60 is. Like, I can very much sit here and tell, at least from my perspective, that they have taste for retro stuff while also adding elements of futuristic stuff too. Again, it's very much cyberpunk-like and very much like Ghost in the Shell sort of like, in a way, to the point you can kind of see that with a lot of different pictures that they have. The only thing I guess I could really add to this, and really I would like to know if Sixie would like to reach out and tell me the answer, or somebody would like, if that knows them, could tell me. But I want to know, a lot of the artworks I see is definitely of different varieties, whether it's like your regular drawing. There is also things of pixel work too. Do you do all that stuff, or is that just something that someone else did for you, or what else? What is it? Like I understand the whole drawing of the 2D, but do you do pixel art as well? Like, is that also things you have done? Is there other stuff that you know how to do? Like, I'm again very much curious to know what else is there that you do, because if you do like a lot of other stuff that is just beyond 2D, and you go into pixels or other things and sort of like that, that's very impressive. High key, that's very impressive for somebody to absolutely do. I've seen an artist do one thing. I haven't seen anybody do multiple things at the same time. I've seen obviously animations and whatever, but like, I don't usually see artists go out the wheelhouse to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and do this and do this other thing. So hats off to you if that is really actually the case. Oh, and you know what? I just thought about something too. This art style also puts me in the brain of Skullgirls as well. I don't know why I didn't say that earlier. I wasn't thinking of it. That's why, you dumbass. But when it comes down to it, though, yeah, it also puts me in the mind of Skullgirls as well. Overall, it just looks very good with what they can come up with. Very good, and it makes sense why it slaps hard as they do. And I guess that's the reason why it goes the same way for June too, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm also kind of a person that very much is into the sharp, edgy sort of looking, style of art and how it is. Like, I know there is very much the rounded style and softer looking style of art, and that's fine too. But I also am very much into the edgy lines, the sharp ass lines, and things like that. And I guess that's what always has appealed to me, really. And I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot to blame for that, so there is very much that. But when it comes down to it though, it just looks good. A lot of the stuff that they have very much look good, and granted, it also fits within the game of dystopian robot, so it just all fits very dang well. But I guess all I can really say is just overall, follow Sixie, follow their work. Also follow, Innocent Cell's actual main Twitter account when it comes to the game itself too, because the game is, again, really fun when you really get into it. And I was kind of stuck in that game for like a few days when I first tried it out for the first time, and it was just a nice time, right? I cheated. I cheated because I just wanted to dress June up in a lot of wild and weird things, because why not? Make her a cat girl, gosh darn it, that's what is needed. But ultimately, it's just a good experience overall. It's definitely something fun to go back to every now and again, and it's something that, just, again, why wouldn't you want a hot ass robot woman? I feel like if you say no, I feel like you're absolutely weird and very much don't like life. So I feel like that's also a thing too. Also know that people make mods for the games too, so if you want to check that out, you can. For me personally, I try not to, because I just like the original design of June a lot. I don't like changing her up that much. I just like to keep her, what she normally is. If I can just keep her naked the whole damn time, I would. But then this video would go boom. So, yeah, let's not necessarily do that. But still, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also, follow me on the socials. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.